across the board. Players that come in, players that maybe don't play every single time, but show their best foot every time they come in, and it's just a fun environment to be around. We enjoy each other's company on the pitch, off the pitch. Feels like playing with your mates at times. So when you do get out on that pitch, you know that you've got each other's backs, whatever is thrown at us.
I presume you've heard the news that Harry Kane didn't train for England this morning and looking a bit of a doubt for tomorrow. Just how disappointing are you? You know, friend and ex-teammate, how much were you looking to come up against him?
Harry's an incredible player, and we probably won't miss him if he's not playing tomorrow. But look, England are full of talent. They got an incredible squad to pick from, and whoever comes in, it's going to be a tough test for us.
Thanks, Gav. Gary?
Ben, can I ask you, obviously there'll be some English fans who wouldn't have watched Wales since maybe the Qatar game. Just wondered, is there something inside of the squad who perhaps wants to kind of, not to say a point to prove, but you want to show what you're about because people have watched that game in Qatar and been disappointed perhaps with the performance? You would also be disappointed. Is there something 3 years down the line that you kind of want a point to prove tomorrow night?
I don't think that's our motivation going into this game, but yeah, if I look back to that game, we definitely weren't at our best, and it's a game that I felt disappointed walking off the pitch, not just because of the result, but because we didn't really show what we were about and why we'd gotten to where we were in a major tournament at that time. So I'm hoping tomorrow night we give a better account of ourselves. I think we've really prepared well this week. We're really looking forward to it, and I think there's a confidence that's going through the group that we will be able to put a better show on than we did last time.
What were your memories of the sort of the three, England, the 16, and then the friendly, the COVID? Are we playing in the COVID friendly as well? And then obviously, what were your memories of the 3 games?
They're all kind of different. Look, the 2016 one still hurts, the last minute goal to concede, but again in that one, result dependent, looking to just keep it tight, not really do anything too expensive, but that was a tough one to take. The friendly and the other 2, I think it was, again, they were disappointing results for us. They're games that we know we're playing against the top opposition, but we felt like we could have done a lot better and given a lot better account of ourselves. So they're games that stay in the memory, and hopefully we have a better chance tomorrow.
I mean, are they a nice opposition in inverted commas because you're used to all the Premier League players and you know their games? And is it in inverted commas slightly? Would you be happy with a physical game that it might be tomorrow night as opposed to a different type of opposition?
Look, England are a really good team. There are definitely plenty of other teams I'd rather be playing than England. They're a strong team and they make it difficult for you. But on the other hand, it's a very good test for us. It's like I said, it's a good group here. We're really excited for the challenge, and if we want to show where we want to go to, we have to put in good performances against teams like England.
Jack, Harry. Simon?
Hi, Ben. Simon from BBC Wales. I just wonder if the chance to make history is important to the Welsh players, and being the first Wales team to beat England at Wembley since, well, nearly 50 years, since 1977.
No, it's definitely in the back of our minds. It's every game against England is going to be competitive. There's a big sense of pride on the line in these games, but we're really looking forward to it. I think, as I mentioned, we feel like we've prepped well, and we want to come here and win, even though it's a friendly. I think it's a good opportunity for us to test ourselves, to show what we can do, but there's that competitive edge to it too.
And I suppose you almost approach it like a Premier League match because of the familiarity of the players on show.
Not necessarily. You're still playing for Wales. I understand what you mean in the personnel that's on the pitch, but no, there's always that slightly different feel in international football.
Thanks very much, Ben.
No problem.
Just Lawrence and then Satish.
Hey, Ben. How are you feeling at the moment? You've not played a lot of minutes for Spurs. How are you feeling in your body and legs and ready for this game?
I'm all good, man.
How does it feel, though, coming into this game? Because obviously, playing time is important to get players into a rhythm and things like that. How do you do it, and how do you manage yourself in that situation?
Exactly like I've always done it. There's been plenty of times over my career where I've had to, fight for a place. I may have come into a camp not playing as many minutes as I'd like to, but I feel good. I look after myself really well. I train really hard, and I know when it's time to step on the pitch, I'm physically ready.
Just to build on the question about the team spirit, it hasn't always been the case. I mean, I remember growing up, the pullouts that we used to have to watch coming in, and that doesn't happen for Wales anymore. What changed, and what sort of changed in the background that we might not see?
You're probably asking a person that came into the squad at the wrong time. As soon as I came into this squad, I can't remember many where we had a lot of pullouts, where we didn't have that close group dynamic that I've had in my whole time that I've played for Wales. So, look, I can still remember when I first came in, it was a huge personal sense of pride to get into a Wales squad and to put my body on the line every time I wanted to play, because it means so much to wear that Welsh shirt. And I think that's probably carried through in all the years I've been a part of these squads, that we don't seem to have that problem anymore. We've got people that are desperate to play for Wales, and it's a really exciting place to be.
And then just finally for me, in terms of the 6,000 or 7,000, I think, fans travelling, even though it's a friendly, it still just captures the imagination, this game, doesn't it?
Definitely. It's, look, Wales away seems to always be there for us wherever we've been. In Kazakhstan last month, it was incredible, the support we've got. So I'm really not surprised that they sold out their allocation for this one, and can't wait to see them here tomorrow.
Satish.
Satish Shaker, Empowers Magazine. Ben, how important is it to you, making your career playing in England, to be playing against them? How important is that to you?
I have to be honest, it's not something I've really thought of too much. But I think, like a couple of questions alluded to, there's a lot of people in the opposition that I've played football with, and I'm definitely aware that this is where I have played my whole career in football. So it's obviously exciting. I think Wembley is a special place in English football, and also for me personally, I haven't played a lot of games here when we were here for a couple of years with Spurs. So really looking forward to tomorrow night.
Although this is a friendly, it's very important in that the ultimate aim is to qualify for the World Cup. So how much does this match help in Wales's quest to qualify for the World Cup?
I think it can be a big help. We play against Belgium in our crunch game on Monday night, and playing a team like England that is probably on par with them from a rankings perspective, and also in how they've qualified in previous campaigns. It's about testing ourselves against this level of opposition, and we really want to come out here and give it our best shot and be hopefully as prepared as we can for the qualifiers up and coming.
Finally, what would you consider a good and successful result against England tomorrow?
Personally, I want to win the game. I want to come out here, show what we're about, and ultimately win the game. But at the same time, for us, we're a group that really believes that we want to just stamp our identity on this and show what Wales are about, and that we're more than capable of making that step up to compete against the likes of England, also like Belgium on Monday night.
Just Satish. Any more questions? Okay, thanks everyone. Craig will be in shortly.
This one or? Which one? This one, is that okay for you, yeah? Okay.
Okay, good evening. We've got see Craig Bellamy with us for some questions ahead of the game. 2 or 3 questions each, if that's okay. Who's going first? Anyone?
It's me.
Getting?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Hey, Craig.
How are
Good-
you, mate? Okay.
I'm good. Good to see you. Good to see you. Craig, have you enjoyed preparing for this game, preparing for England?
A lot. Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. But the Canada game led to that as well, because it's only been a few weeks since the Canada game. Similar pressing techniques, similar with the ball. So it allows us to take a lot from the Canada game to prepare for this game. And this game would take a lot from to be able to prepare for the Belgium game. You know, there's not not different in systems, and we have to adapt completely because this game's completely different to the next one. So it allows us to show good clips from each game that lead on, because the next game's quite similar as well. So these friendly games have been really beneficial to what we're going to be coming up against on Monday as well.
In terms of how you juggle, are you? I know you're not going to give me the starting 11, so I'm not asking that. In terms of how do you get the balance right of getting players, as you say, that preparation they need for Monday, but keeping players fresh, avoiding any niggles, any injury? How tricky a balancing act is that?
No, you just have to be aware of it, of course, because 1 or 2 boys are carrying niggles. It's normal. It's nothing different to any other camp. So how you manage that? Do 1 or 2 need more days? Or are they good to go for tomorrow? If we feel they're good to go tomorrow, then we'll go that way. If we feel we have to take 1 or 2 players off during that period, then we're sort of prepared for that as well. But look, we're here tomorrow to come and play. And to play our brand of football and the way we play it. Difficult circumstances, in an incredible place like Wembley, which it is. So to us, it's excitement. And just, like I said, we're not here as tourists to enjoy the occasion. No, we're here to be the best version of ourselves. And you know, that allows you to be excited and also to have fun as well.
Craig, you've been in the job since summer of last year now. The very first time we met, you talked about the identity. You wanted to create an identity. In that journey now, what makes an international side? What makes a DNA that works for a side, a squad, that they tick on and off the pitch?
I wouldn't say that is an international squad. It's I feel probably any team. It's what would you like your team to play? How do you see a team that resembles your habits and what you would like to play? To me, I want to press high. I don't want to defend deep. Now, of course, occasions in the game, you will have no choice. Circumstances of the game, you will have to, but then where's the next trigger? Are you able to go from there? Because I believe the better opportunity you have of winning it higher, then the closer you are to their goals. Common sense, no. But then when we have the ball, are we able to create scenarios that allow us to have efforts on your goal? Now, even from the moment of a build-up or from our goalkeeper, how quick can we get to your goal? Now, if we can get there in 1, amazing. If we have to get 4 or 5 passes, then we have to do that. If we have to take 20, 30 passes, then we have to do that. Whatever way we have to do it, we get it done. So to me, I felt the transition of it's been, I wouldn't say me personally easy, but I felt the players really took it straight away. And I feel anyone who watches us would see what we tried to do. And look, this is not because I believe it's an ego and it's about me. No, it's about this is how we believe we can win games. We have speed on the front line. Let's get them in the best positions possible to exploit that and be the best version of them. Let's use them. So how can we create the scenarios to allow them to be the best they can be? And that's all we try to do.
Just quick.
Pass it on to Simon.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
sorry.
thanks.
Can I quick last one?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, one.
Go on.
Just a quick one. Just on the players you come up against, you talked briefly, we saw the other week about, you know, the quality of the England players. Just how much you're looking forward to that, but also it seems like Harry Kane's missed training today. He might not be there. The disappointment of actually not having the chance to play against him, learn from playing against somebody like him, but also the opportunity of playing against some of the
No,
incredible
look, we
players.
have players who've played with him, Geraint, you know, so one of my best friends coaches him right now. So I know a lot about him. And I think he's the most complete player I've ever seen him be at this present moment. And I think Vinny's had a big say in that as well. So, yeah. Look, it is what it is. I don't know what it's going to be, if he's injured or if he's fit. We'll wait and see tomorrow. But, you know, listen, a country like England and the quality they have numerous players. We expect that. We've only ever seen that down the years. And it'll be no different tomorrow, whoever you play. I say you, I know you're not, you're Welsh, am I right, Geraint? Are you English or Welsh? Okay, you're Welsh. So, no, you have quality, incredible quality. And that's why you want to face an incredible football nation like England.
Simon, go on.
Hi, Craig. You talked about the venue of Wembley and its iconic status. You, of course, have played in big games at Wembley in the past. How proud a moment will it be for you to be on that sideline managing your country at Wembley Stadium?
I got to be honest, like, I have not looked at it that way. I'm sure everyone who's been before me and surely after me will say the same. I got to be honest, every moment is, even leading into it, even doing this interview right now, it's like, am I really the Welsh manager? Beyond proud. And of course, tomorrow, do you know when that anthem goes and you're like, this is so good. This is so good. And yeah, I get to sing our national anthem in an incredible stadium tomorrow. But to me then it's, you know, look forward to the game. Let's be the best versions of ourselves. But most importantly, enjoy it, and myself enjoy it.
And the potential for you and your players to make history as the first Wales team to win against England at Wembley in nearly 50 years. How much of an incentive is that for all of you?
Not really thought about it. And it doesn't mean I don't think about it. It's like we set up, we see England's strengths, we see their weaknesses. And to us, it's, you know, history we're always aware of and always respectful of. But to us, it's game by game. If we can do that, then we talk about it after it, then great. But it's not my my psyche of how I think. It's just step by step, you know. Let's enjoy the game.
And just finally for me, how do you see the tactical battle between you and Thomas Tuchel, a man with a lot of European club football experience?
Thomas is like top manager. It's been really nice looking at all of England's games under him, but also I watched a lot of games at Dortmund as well. I went back, I think not as much as mine's, but the Dortmund one, because I've seen a bit of similarities to what I see with the team right now and what he's trying to transfer with England. He's adaptable. He can change his press. I think the England players will improve with that. that have that adaptability in possession and out of possession. So to us, then we have to be able to adapt again. That's one part of our game where we're clear on. Not formation, shape. What shape do we have to adapt to? If England do this, then we adapt to that. And then also it's the same about the ball. If you decide to go with a 2 or 3, then we have to adapt to that as well. So, but the principles remain the same. It's like, are we going to press? Yes. How do we do that? Then we have to match the numbers. Then we adapt during the game to what you do, which is credit. That's why these type of managers allow you to really test yourself at as a coach, but also our players as well.
Thanks very much, Craig.
Thank you.
Thanks, Simon. I'll come round, everybody. Start there with John at the back. Yeah, is that okay?
Hello, Craig.
Hi.
Nice to see you. You're a very proud Welshman, and I just wondered, you talking about Thomas there, I just wondered whether you find it amusing that we've basically hired a German to try and win us the World Cup, basically.
No, I don't. Like, I look away when I say that. No, I don't. I feel you guys everyone gets caught up in this. What's the most important thing for you now if you get to the World Cup?
Oh, to win it, because they've been as close, haven't they?
How heartbroken would you be if it was a German who done it for you?
Not in the
I don't believe it matters. Get the best person. Now, and that's the same with us. It's not because I'm Welsh that like I have a right to have this job. No, for me, and I'm the same as being Welsh. It's get the best person for this role and who can enhance our country and help us achieve our goals. That to me is really where we should be looking. Now, if you have the most incredible coach and he happens to be from your country, then it's a win-win, of course. But no, I always believe the best person, and I'm the same as the way you're thinking with that is it doesn't matter where they're from. You know, just have the best person for the role to allow you to have that moment that you've always wanted.
And does he present that moment, do you think, as manager, with the squad that he has, the chance to give us that moment?
You have a top manager. You have a top manager who's, you know, listen, he's won the Champions League. You have an incredible squad, but now it's getting the players that fit into the system. This is my learning from it. It's some people might say, well, why is this player not picked? Why is that? You have to find a system. Now, if you look at Spain, for instance, when they won the Euros, now, did they have all the best players in Spain play? No, they went different directions that fit the way that manager wants to play. And they had the intensity and they went and blew the tournament away, unfortunately, against yourselves in the final. But we would all agree maybe Spain were the best team in the tournament. And they've proved that down the years, by the way, as well. In 2008, when they went a midfielder from Villarreal, where no one was really talking about, he came in and was the key player for that role, and allowed everyone else to go and play. So, yeah, for my own bit, it's, you know, 1 or 2 players, I believe, even if they're not quite getting a look in at the clubs, but they have an important role for how we play and how we would like to set the team up. And to us, they're essential. They're essential. So it's always the team. It's always the team dynamics the most important.
Thank you.
Craig, England had a good win in Serbia last month, 1-5-0. And before then, Thomas had been getting a bit of stick. 2 games against Andorra, only scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
And lost to Senegal. Can you understand that, or do we just expect too much from our team?
No, look, listen, I'm expected to qualify. Rightly so. And anyone who comes into a role, international manager, you want that expectations. You don't hide away from it. You know what you're coming into. And I don't believe you expect too much. No. I believe you have a right to expect that. You don't have a right to win it. Sorry. So before you start printing that, no, slow down. You have a right to expect to win. But at the same time, there's a lot more. It's like we always talk about pressure as like a privilege. Do you understand what I mean? But I quite like the fact that you feel that. And I like the fact that with Wales, they want us to qualify, they expect me to qualify, because I do. I really do. Now, if it doesn't happen, then we'll adapt. We'll work our way around it, and we'll be able to identify certain bits to be able to keep improving. I expect to qualify. You expect to, every coach you bring in, you would expect that. So if it doesn't quite go that way at that time, you know what's coming. It's normal. It's normal. Experienced manager like you have now, it's normal. He's been in this situation before. He will understand it. Then Serbia game was an outstanding game for you guys. Outstanding game. I believe Serbia helped towards that as well, though. But still never easy. You go to Belgrade and win 5-0 in a hostile atmosphere. It's a nice benchmark. Now, tomorrow, we're not Serbia. You know, so we're a different team to what they are, and good and bad. So, yeah, I don't believe in you guys putting unnecessary pressure on. We demand it, surely. You know what I mean? Our media with Wales demand me to qualify. So I embrace it and enjoy it, really. So it makes you feel alive. Does that make you feel, yeah, I feel alive from it. Criticisms, yeah, you've learned. If it helps you progress, then it helps you progress even quicker, then go with it.
Craig, how empowering would it be to have that positive performance you want tomorrow, and ideally the result going into such a big game on Monday?
Of course, it would help. But honestly, Monday will take care of itself. It'll take care of itself. We have players who've been in this position, full house at Cardiff. Dare I say, now or never. But we've been in those moments. I only just got the job off the back of us missing out on a penalty shootout. So, yeah, we live for those moments. We've been in them. So it's just another night in Cardiff against a very good team, which has to be for us to have the rewards of what we want from the end of it. But I just look at it as like the players are experienced. They know this moment. And I have to be honest, this week, you just smell it. They smell it. Yeah, so we're ready. We're ready. No matter what comes, we adapt. From tomorrow, we adapt. We'll be fine.
Satish?
Craig, tomorrow you'll be playing friendly. How important is the result in your preparations for the more important match, which is Monday against Belgium?
Look, I don't believe in friendlies. We're not here to play a friendly. Now, due to where we are, England on the border with Wales, and people would sense that as a rivalry. We're not your rivals. You understand that, yeah? Because you have to be two top teams going at each other on a consistent basis to be a rival. We're not. But tomorrow, to us, like it was Canada, we don't do friendlies. We're here to win. Like we set out to every game. Our preparation hasn't changed. We've completely prepared as we would do for a Belgium game. But it doesn't change. Our habits won't change. And tomorrow, it'll be exactly the same. And Monday, like I said, will take care of itself. Now, like I would be aware, even if we were playing qualifier, I understand there's 2 games coming up in such a short space of time. So to use all your players at that moment, you would have to make changes anyway. I'm definitely conscious that I like as normal. But yeah, to me, there's no such thing as friendlies. I think I've said that quite a lot over the only 2 friendlies I've had. I had a good teacher. I had Mark Hughes who taught me that. And the games we played was Argentina, Brazil. Every game was like, wow. So it was, I've probably learned off him with this.
A couple of questions.
Hey, Craig. For you as a manager, do you think that this gives you an opportunity to kind of I suppose, not sell yourself, but for an opportunity for you to show yourself in front of a kind of an audience that maybe Premier League haven't watched us as closely across the border, and maybe have an image of you as a player, and they're wondering what you're like as a manager?
No, I believe we've been watched. I believe people now are so aware of everything that goes on. They're aware of what we've been able to do, good and bad, or what I've been able to do, good and bad. I believe the perception of what people have seen of me when I played, of course, I've sort of gone missing for a period now back. Maybe doing this game, I'd have to answer the time like this person, even our own media have done it, and even though you've known me for a year and a bit now, you've liked to go. I'd like to believe we can move away from that now, but I understand a lot of English media haven't been around me, so they will only remember that type of individual. I'm okay, you're all in safe hands here at this present moment. So to me, it's not like it's just an enjoyable part of my life. And at this moment, from the moment I done it, I think it was about 4th of July or 7th, no, 7th of July it was. 7th, yeah, it's just been amazing. And every part of it, I have to be honest, it's been so fulfilling. And I hope it continues. Now, whatever later or whatever happens, I just enjoy this moment. I don't try to look too far ahead. Nothing's guaranteed. So to me, just enjoy what I have at this present moment. And if other people get to see it and enjoy it, then great, because that's what I believe I want us to be part of. I need to be part of it. That you come away from the game and you're like, I like that. And I don't know if the result, I like to believe it'd be what we want, but I believe that entertainment factor. And that's not me being naive, trust me. I don't like conceding, and I don't do things for the sake of, you know, it all has to be with a purpose. Even without the ball, how aggressive and how hardworking we have to be. But to me, it's to have you on the edge of your seat and wanting to come back, because I want to come back. And to me, that's where that love of football has never left me and never will leave me. It's a long way of answering your question. I'm not sure if I've answered it properly, but yeah. So to get anyone else to see it, I'm not particularly too interested, to be honest.
Thank you very much for the in-depth.
I'll try one more, then there, because we've got a team meeting at 6:15.
Yeah. One more then, Craig. So in terms of the team that's going to go out there tomorrow, I mean, if you think of Karl Darlow in his career trajectory, Ethan Ampadu leaving Chelsea, we've got a lot of players maybe as well that have got something to prove tomorrow on the pitch.
To who?
To the watching world, I suppose, to Premier League fans, to maybe England fans.
I don't believe so, no. They've got nothing to prove to what we do and how we work. They've proven that. Darlow in a short space of time. Ethan in a... You forget how young he is, but still the amount of years he's been playing and playing for Wales, I don't believe they do. Listen, the only bit you ever have to prove is to yourself. No one else. No one else. And they're two stand-up people, two real pros. Yeah, I don't believe in that.
Yeah, sorry.
Craig, hello, good evening. England have struggled against teams that defend deep, but judging by what you've been saying here, you're not going to park the bus tomorrow.
I've got to be honest, I don't believe you struggle with teams who defend deep. Now, you haven't maybe got 6, 7, 8, 9 goals, but Andorra, you're complete in control. All right, I know it's not the amount of goals you would have liked, but Serbia defend deep?
No, that was probably that was the statement win.
Yeah. Only had so many games.
Yeah.
Hasn't had too many. I honestly believe if you play this England team, you defend deep, you'll die a slow death. And I'm not into that. I'm like, please put me up against the wall and end it now. So yeah, don't put me in that position.
And can I just ask you about a former England manager, Sir Bobby Robson?
Yeah, of course.
Because how much of an inspiration has he been to you as now you're a manager? And is there one bit of advice that you remember that the great man would have told you?
It's always difficult to remember one, because there were so many. Do you know when you're young and you believe the presence of an individual like Sir Bobby is always going to be there? But when he isn't, and actually you get older and you get smarter, I always wish, I was like, why didn't I ask him more questions? Why didn't I spend more time with him? I took it for granted. And that annoys me. But some of the questions I did get to ask him was like gold dust. I still hold. But also, the most important part of him was how he made me feel before I played. He honestly made me believe I was like the best player going. And there are moments I want our players with Wales, or any player who's involved with me, to feel that confidence that you're the best position in the world in this position. You're the best player in the world in that position. That's like that feeling, never underestimate it. And how he was able to manage situations which always occur, and allows you to, like, I can go back to what he done, because I've had those happen to me with Jeremy Doku, for instance, at Anderlecht. There was a certain moment, it was exactly like my moment, and I learned how to handle it, how I was handled. So he's always been there. Do you understand? He's always been there. And he always will be. I'm really grateful. But like all young people who believe they know everything, and know literally nothing, I wish I spent more time with him, and I wish I asked him more questions, because, you know, these people, we only ever get once in a while. So, yeah, foolish, yeah?
Take your last question. Yeah, thanks.
You've been forced into a couple of changes to your squad ahead of these two games, obviously with Aaron and Dan James pulling out. I know there were some doubts over Dan from the beginning, I guess, but how disappointing is it to not have those two players available for these two games? And how have the two you've called up in Ruben and Isaac settled into the camp?
No, it's always disappointing when you don't have players that you've called up being able to make the squad and being able to be there on a Sunday night. But it's not uncommon. I've never had a squad that I've named on a list, and that's the exact squad that I named that I see on a Sunday. And even when we do the interviews, I do prepare you beforehand that it probably will change, and it always does change. That's only just due to what I've learned. It's okay, we adapt. You know, Dan being out was nice to bring someone like Isaac in, because he has the same type of intensity. The problem with Isaac at this present moment, we haven't been able to use him due to the injuries he's had over the period I've been managing. But he's had a nice run now. A player I really know, and a player I really, really like. So that's great. Great to get a look at him. Ruben, who's been doing well, just missed out, but he was always in my thought. If something happens, then he'll be first reserve. Yeah, he comes in. He's been with us a few times. So it's just nice to be able to get eyes on him as well. So, yeah, look, two very good replacements I'm really happy with. Disappointing that we don't have Aaron. Disappointing we don't have Dan. But it's not uncommon to the situations we've been in, and we adapt.
How's Aaron feeling about it? Because it's been a while since we've seen him in a Wales shirt.
I haven't spoke to him. I haven't spoke to him since he spoke to the physios and all that due to time difference. Yeah, when you've got two young kids, the time he's awake, I'm busy. No, I'm joking. And I have to be careful with jokes because you actually really print this stuff. We found out the other day, didn't we? It was like, what's going on here? I thought we had a really good relationship, but I didn't realise the England game turns everyone frenzy. Into a frenzy, sorry, it goes mad. No, it's a joke. But yeah, we'll have that communication. He's back in Wales now, so we'll see him round about the camp in the next couple of days as well.
Thanks, Craig.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Diolch yn fawr. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Yeah, take
Thanks.
care.